Welcome back. So we grew all these medicinal herbs, we dried them, we took care of them, we made sure not to spray them with anything that we shouldn't. And then we've been trying to make all these different remedies so we can support ourselves at home first. And then if we need to go to the doctor, we go. I am not one of those people that is anti-doctor or anti-science at all. I just try, if I can resolve minor things at home by using things that I was able to grow myself, that's the route I take, and I take for my family. I recommend you do your research and make sure that it's something that you are comfortable with. In the way of these tinctures, these are not going to be your straight tinctures, just lemon balm or just yarrow. I've made some combinations after a lot of research so I can target certain things. And I'm really excited about it, and I'm happy to share this with you. This is not difficult. The most difficult part, of course, is growing all these herbs. Now, if it's not something you could do or felt interested in doing, you can certainly buy all of these. There are some really good sources for organic herbs online. I will link what I can find, and let's just go ahead and get to it. The first one we're going to do is cold and flu, and I'm going to be doing this in a quart jar because the herbs take up a lot of space. So we're not making mountains of remedy. We just need the room so the herbs can swell. Okay, so in here, I already mixed one so that I could get us started. But in here we have, one more thing. You don't have to worry about measurements. This sheet that I have all my formulas on, I'm going to link so you'll have a copy with all the directions, including how to use it. So just enjoy, sit back, enjoy, and let's share this time together. And if you have any questions, of course, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. A lot of these things really do help, and I hope they help you as well. I hope they bless your family like they bless mine. Okay, so we've got echinacea, yarrow, and lemon balm. Now this is for cold and flu support. This is a real immunity booster, and in my experience, it works well. So we're going to go ahead and just add all this here. And then I've got my little measuring cup. Now what I'm using is vodka. This is 1.5 cups. And all you have to do is mix these up and let them sit for a few weeks. About 6 weeks usually works. Now I don't let them, I leave them in a dark place. Okay, so 1.5 cups, and then we're going to just go ahead and pour this in here. And I make sure I put enough in there to cover. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to give it a really strong shake. And then after about 6 weeks, somewhere between 6 and 7 weeks, we strain and we bottle into something much, much smaller. And usually what I bottle into is a small little tincture bottle that's got a dropper in it, because that's how you take it. That's the teeniest little amount, but they're effective in my experience. Okay, so I'm going to leave this in the row that I make them because I did not label them yet. Okay, so the next one we're doing is for sleep and anxiety. Unfortunately, I have had an anxiety problem for a very long time. I will admit, because I just always want to be truthful with you, I do take medication that's given to me by my doctor to help with the anxiety because it was almost to the point where it was debilitating. And that's the truth. I'm not here to say otherwise. I won't do that. So I am trying to find ways to support myself, to maybe not need that if I could find something that would work. So this particular formula I have not tried yet. So this is a new one for me. I've tried others and they work. Some work better than others. This one, I'm given to understand, really does work. I'm excited to try it. I'll let you know what my reviews are on this one. But this one contains valerian, lemon balm, and catnip. And I grow my own valerian, which I'm super excited about because I tried for 2 years and it just refused to grow. And finally this year, I was really effective in getting my valerian. I didn't get a ton, as you can see, but I was delighted to get what I got. So, all right, so let's see. What do we need? Just 1/2 cup. I'm using a 1/4 cup measure because it's easier to get into our little jars. Finally saw the valerian taking off this year for the first time. I'm telling you, because every year it's grown about a foot for me and then it just withers up and dies. And I did not know what I was doing wrong. To be honest, I still don't. Okay, so lemon balm, half a cup. Again, you don't have to worry about the measurements. They will be included for you in the bottom. And then catnip. Now, catnip grows, I warn you when you're growing catnip, and I learned this the hard way. Catnip, once it starts growing, I sealed that jar. Once it starts growing, it runs all over the yard. And I do mean it runs. I now have catnip growing in every little crevice. Like that was very, very unexpected. It does behave kind of like a mint, but it's much more aggressive than the other mints that I have. So I don't know why that is. I can tell you that going forward, I would actually plant catnip in a pot instead of in the ground. Not that it mattered, because the minute a flower bloomed and it took off, that, I mean, it was just everywhere. Forget it. It's beautiful. The birds love it. The bees love it. The butterflies love it. But you'd better love it, because you're going to have a lot of it. Ha! That was a rhyme. All right, so we've got 1.5 cups of vodka. We'll give it a good shake. And these are going to sit for 6 to 7 weeks. And then when they're strained, they'll go into the cutest little dark brown bottles. And you label them, and it feels great. It feels great to have that kind of control. The next one we're doing is inflammation and pain. This one, I'm really excited about. Inflammation is no fun. The willow bark I bought. I did not grow. So I want to be upfront and tell you that. I will link the source, and I just wanted to be on the record for that. So we need 1/2 cup of this. Every year when I replenish my apothecary, I really do get this sense of real accomplishment. And the bigger sense of accomplishment is when it needs to be refilled, because we went through it. Tulsi. Oh, by the way, Tulsi grows really easily, and it's delicious. It is also known as holy basil, and it is truly delicious. I put it in my tea. You're supposed to be able to make a tea from it. I add it to iced tea. I think it's great. I lost my spot. 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of art. And yarrow. One of the most beautiful things you can grow. So this was 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup, and 1/2 cup. Okay, and then the same thing again. I'm going to place them in order so that I can label them when we're done here, because I don't want to make you sit through that. Now, what you want to do is make sure you store these in a place that you can still readily see them, because they require a good shake from time to time, as often as you think of it. Okay. And our next one, I had the best calendula harvest I've ever had any year since we've been gardening. This I have 2 of. What a delightful plant. And there are several varieties that you can grow. You can have yellow, or you can have, you know what? This is a mess, so I'm not going to worry about being exact. If it's a little more, it's a little more. It's absolutely beautiful in your garden. So having medicinal herbs growing all around, in addition to being a wonderful thing for your family, look, man overboard. It's really a wonderful experience. I hope you'll give it a try. Yarrow, you're showing up for everything today. You have to be mindful, because some of these ratios are not the same, so please don't assume they're all the same, because they're not. And plantain. Now, plantain, I don't think there's anything you can grow that's easier to grow than plantain. Plantain grows whether you want it to or not. When you're walking down the road and you see plants popping up in the pavement, in between the little lines of pavement, there's a good chance it's plantain. There's 2 kinds. There's narrow leaf and wide leaf. For some reason, I could only grow the narrow leaf here, like it would just come up by itself as the narrow leaf, and I got it in my head. I absolutely had to have the wide leaf. I searched everywhere. We're on 4 acres. Did not have one bit of it. So I ordered some seeds, and I'm the one lunatic that actually planted plantain on purpose. So many people are trying to get it out of their gardens, and I'm putting it in mine. Yep, same again, 1.5. I did not grab enough lids, so I'm going to borrow you. Don't worry, I'll give you back. This is just for shaking. And you see now what happened here. The yarrow soaked so much of that up that even though that was a measured amount, that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to add another 1/2 cup. I don't want to have any dry spots, because I don't want anything to get moldy. Okay. In fact, I'm probably going to have to, nope, we're good. And now here's the last one we're going to do. And this one is for topical. This is for if you find yourself with bruises or, you know, I'm a profoundly clumsy person. There are those elegant women that I swear I watch them float by and they're just these elegant women. And then I'm just spastically walking around, falling over myself. Something to do with it. But I will be honest and tell you that next year, I think if I run out, this is all I have. And if I run out, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to do that again. I hated it. I want to be honest so that you don't go and try and do something and then you hate it and then you're mad at me. I don't want you to be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. Okay, so we're going to do half a cup of comfrey root. Finally, this stuff is going in. Gosh, that was awful. Now, I also use hanging herb dryers, and they are incredible. I have 3 and I fill them up. But something like comfrey root has to go through a dehydrator because you want it to dry all the way through. You can't have a moist spot in the middle and then jar it up. You could actually end up with mildew, and that you're trying to do something good for yourself and you end up doing something terrible for yourself. So when it comes to something thick like that, use a dehydrator. When it's just leaves and flowers, you can hang them and it's great. There's also solar dehydrators. I don't have one, but I think I'd like to build one. I saw it on Pinterest, and I really want to try to get into building my own stuff because apparently I don't have enough to do. So, and here we go. Can I do half a cup? This is the comfrey leaf. There we go. Just the one. And calendula. Where'd you go? This should be amazing. I'm really, really excited about it. This is the first time I have my own comfrey root, and it will probably be the last time I have my own comfrey root. So let's celebrate that together because I don't think it's ever going to happen again. That was awful. And then I see other people online do it, and they just look like they're having them, you know, just snip, snip. Maybe it's because I'm not graceful, but there was no snip, snip. There was digging. There was me falling over. There was a lot of heat. It didn't want to come off. It was awful. Everything about it was awful. And then I had the nerve to get eaten alive at the same time. Hated the whole thing. Okay, so then we're just going to go ahead and put, because this is going to be the end of it, and I'm going to need a bit more. I have another bottle. Okay, now as you guys are my friends, don't tell my husband that I'm using his Kettle One for this. We're going to pretend none of this happened. We're all going to pretend we didn't see me do this. Maybe that'll be the best one because I use the fancy stuff. So now I need to get a lid for that, and everything goes back into the apothecary. All of these, the average wait time is 4 to 6 weeks. 6 weeks, 6 weeks, all of them are 6 weeks. Okay, it says the minimum of 4. I always go the extra because if I go through all of this and to know that I could, if I just waited 2 more weeks, it would be that much better, that would annoy me. And I already find myself incredibly annoying. So I try to set myself up to succeed, and I go for the full 6 weeks. So that's all we have to do today. This is going to be wonderful to have on our shelves. As this goes on, I'm going to show you the process. We'll come back when it's time to strain it. Just so you know, after I've strained all of these things, I don't throw away all of the herbs. I put them in my compost bin. I don't know if other people do that, but I do, and I've never had a problem with it, ever. Of course, I mean, it's composting for close to a year, so I think we're fine. These will all, I'll show you what little bottles we need to transfer them to. They then go with a little dropper, and they're kept in a dark bottle because light will affect the potency and the good, we put all that good stuff in there and all that good care for a whole summer, and then the drying and then making this only to ruin it because it gets ruined by light. So we use those little dark brown bottles with the droppers, and hopefully we have a great winter. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. I really enjoy your company, and it's so much more fun to do this stuff with friends than doing it all by myself. I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll see you Sunday. I made a mess.